nullity, and for that we use rank nullity theorem that you should know. Using that rank nullity theorem you can easily find the nullity, otherwise you have to find the null space of the given matrix, and using that null space also you can find the nullity, right? But we use here, because this question is asked in only 2 marks, so we are not solving so much. We are using here shortcut method. Okay, so rank of matrix is 2, we already find it, and now to find nullity we use rank nullity theorem. So rank plus nullity, that is equal to number of column of A. Okay, rank is already 2 and number of column of the given matrix is 3. So that's why we got this equation that 2 plus nullity is equal to 3. So nullity of the given matrix A is equal to 3 minus 2, that is 1. So here is a complete this question that we find rank and nullity. Rank of the given matrix is 2 and nullity of the given matrix is 1. Okay, so next question number 5. Question 5a, first part. Compute distance fg. We want to find distance from f to g for the vectors f is equal to 2 plus 8x square and g is equal to x minus 5x square in P2. Now, P2 means set of polynomial with 2 degree. Okay, so set theoretically you can write P2 is equal to, in the curly bracket, a0 plus a1x plus a2x square, where a0, a1, a2 belongs to R. Okay, so that is our P2 with inner product defined as, inner product is already defined here, we use this inner product, right? To find distance from f to g we use this inner product, whatever the given in the statement. Distance from inner product fg is equal to integration from minus 1 to 1 fx into gx dx. This question asked in 3 marks. Okay, so let's start. Now what is the formula for to find distance from any two vector? What is the formula for distance to find from any two vectors f and g? Here polynomial, but in general for any two vectors. So distance from u to v, that is equal to norm u minus v. Okay, distance from u to v, that is equal to norm u minus v. So basically we want to find here distance from f to g. So basically we have to find here norm f minus g. Our target is to find norm f minus g exactly, right? And now we already know that norm u square is equal to inner product u with u. Okay, so here we want to find norm f minus g square using that formula, that norm u square is equal to inner product u with u. So similarly norm f minus g square, that is equal to inner product f minus g with f minus g. I hope you can understand that. Again I repeat, first of all we want to find distance from f to g, that is equal to norm f minus g. Instead of norm f minus g we find norm f minus g square. Okay, if we get norm f minus g square we just square root of the answer. Okay, so now norm u square is equal to inner product u with u. So norm f minus g square is equal to inner product f minus g with f minus g, and exactly we find here norm inner product f minus g with f minus g. Okay, so let's start. F is 2 plus 8x square and g is equal to x plus x minus 5x square. So f minus g is equal to 2 plus 8x square minus x plus 5x square. So 8x square plus 5x square, that is 13x square, and 13x square minus x plus 2. Okay, so f minus g is equal to 13x square minus x plus 2. Now we want to find inner product f minus g with f minus g, and inner product we already defined here that we use this inner product f with g is equal to integration from minus 1 to 1 and multiplication of f and g, fx into gx. So now we want to find inner product f minus g with f minus g, that is exactly the integration from minus 1 to 1 into minus 1 to 1 of f minus g into f minus g. So that is f minus g whole square into dx. Okay, and now what is f minus g? F minus g is 13x square minus x plus 2. So inner product f minus g with f minus g is equal to integration from minus 1 to 1 of 13x square minus x plus 2 whole square into dx. Okay, and now we use that 10th standard formula a plus b plus c whole square, that is equal to a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. So that formula we use here exactly 13x square minus x plus 2 whole square. So that is equal to integration from minus 1 to 1 13x square whole square, that is 169x raised to 4 plus minus x square, that is plus x square plus 2 square, that is 4 plus 2ab, so that is plus 2 into 13x square into minus x, so that is exactly minus 26x cube. If you can understand, it's quite easy, 2 into minus x into 13x square, so that is minus 26x cube. Then plus 2 minus x into 2, so that is minus 4x plus 2 13x square into 2, that is 52. The constant is 13 into 2 into 2, that is 52 x square into dx. So that is equal to 2 into, now we use that one important result which you study in 12th standard, that whenever our integration from minus if our integration from minus a to a fx dx, that is equal to to 0 to a fx dx, if f is even, if our function is even function, otherwise it is 0 if fx is odd. Okay, so our integration from minus a to a fx dx is equal to 0 to a fx dx if fx is even, otherwise it is 0 if fx is odd. So we use this result, this important result, because we know that the powers of x, the odd powers of x is odd, that means x, x cube, x raised to 5, these all are odd functions, and x square, x raised to 4, x raised to 6, these all are even functions. So we use this theorem and these examples, right? So exactly same thing happen here. Our integration is from minus 1 to 1, instead of a we have 1, minus 1 to 1 and in that integration part we have x, x square, x cube. So the odd functions become 0 in the integration and the even functions become 2, 0 to a. Okay, so let's see, now you can understand. our integration is from -1 to 1, and 169 x raised to 4. Now x raised to 4 is an even function, so that's why that will become 2021 169 x raised to 4. Again x square is even function. Now x square plus 52 x square, that will become 53 x square, and x square is an even function, so that's why 2021 53 x square. 4 is constant, so constant is also even function, but there's 26 x cube minus 26 x cube and minus 4x, these two are odd function, so that's why that will become 0. Okay, using that property which I already explained here. So now this integration become 2 integration from 0 to 1 169 x raised to 4 plus 53 x square plus 4 dx, and you should know that integration of this part, integration of x raised to 4 is x raised to 5 upon 5, integration of x square is x cube upon 3, and integration of 4 is 4x. Okay, so 169 x raised to 4 x raised to 5 upon 5 plus 53 x cube by 3 plus 4x, integration from 0 to 1. Okay, so now put 1 instead of x, so 2 169 by 5 plus 53 by 3 plus 4, that is equal to 15. Take LCM, so 15 is an LCM. 507 plus 265 plus 60 upon 15, that is equal to 1664 upon 15. So the final answer, the norm f minus g whole square, that is equal to 1664 upon 15, but actually we want to find distance from f to g, and that is equal to norm f minus g, so we should square root of the answer. So that's why distance from f to g, that is equal to norm f minus g, that is equal to under root 1664 divided by 15. Okay, so here is a complete this question. Let's see next question. Question 5a, second part. Show that the set of vectors S is equal to u1 u2 u3, where u1 is equal to 1 by 5 1 by 5 1 by 5, u2 is equal to minus 1 by 2 1 by 2 0, u3 is equal to 1 by 3 1 by 3 minus 2 by 3, is orthogonal with respect to the Euclidean inner product on R3. Also convert S into orthonormal set by normalizing the vectors. Okay, so after that we convert this orthogonal vectors into orthonormal vectors. Okay, so first we prove that these three vectors u1 u2 u3 are orthogonal with respect to the Euclidean inner product. So Euclidean inner product means dot product, right? So we have to prove that inner product with any two vectors is equal to 0. Inner product with u1 u2, inner product with u1 u3, and inner product of u2 u3. This all three inner products are 0 with the Euclidean inner product. So let's start. Inner product u1 u2, that is equal to simply dot product. So u1 dot u2, that is equal to 1 by 5 into minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 5 into 1 by 2 plus 1 by 5 into 0. So that is equal to minus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 10, that is equal to 0. So inner product u1 u2 is equal to 0. Now next, inner product u1 u3. So here u1 and u3, that is u1 dot u3, you can see u1 and u3. So 1 by 5 into 1 by 3 plus 1 by 5 into 1 by 3 plus 1 by 5 into minus 2 by 3. So here is the 1 by 5 into 1 by 3 plus 1 by 5 into 1 by 3 plus 1 by 5 into minus 2 by 3. So that is 1 by 15 plus 1 by 15 minus 2 by 15, that is equal to 0. Similarly, inner product u2 u3, that is equal to u2 dot u3. So here is the u2 u3, you can see. So minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 plus 0 into minus 2 by 3, minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 plus 0 into minus 2 by 3, that is equal to minus 1 upon 6 plus 1 upon 6 equal to 0. So the set u1 u2 u3 is orthogonal, that we prove. Now we convert these three vectors into orthonormal set of vectors. So that's why we convert, we divide it by norm of each vector. So to convert orthogonal set of vectors into orthonormal set of vectors, what should we do? We just divide it by the norm of each vector, each vector divided by its norm. So u1 divided by norm u1, u2 divided by norm u2, and u3 divided by norm u3. So call it v1 v2 v3, that v1 v2 v3 are orthonormal set of vectors. So exactly we have to do here. We first of all find norm of each vector, that is norm u1. Now what is u1? u1 is 1 by 5 1 by 5 1 by 5. So norm u1 is equal to under root u1 square, under root if u1 is equal to x1 x2 x3, so norm u1 is equal to under root x1 square plus x2 square plus x3 square. So that's why u1 is 1 by 5 1 by 5 1 by 5. So norm u1 is equal to under root 1 by 25 plus 1 by 25 plus 1 by 25. So that is equal to under root 3 by 25, that is equal to under root 3 by 5. Now find norm u2, that is equal to minus 1 by 2 1 by 2 0. So under root 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 0, that is 1 upon root 2. Now norm u3 is equal to under root 1 upon 9, 1 upon 9 plus 1 upon 9 plus 4 upon 9, 1 upon 9 plus 1 upon 9 plus 4 upon 9, that is under root 6 by 9, that is equal to under root 2 by 3. So the required orthonormal set is given by u1 upon norm u1, u2 upon norm u2, u3 upon norm u3.